Hi all, this is Mark. Welcome to Mark's Mods. Now this week we have issue 3 of Build the X-Wing to get started on. So let's have a look. Right, let's have a look at the magazine then. Okay, so again, we've got some more about creating the X-Wing. Next page is the X-Wing went through 6 or 7 body changes in the building of it. Then we go on to the next page. We've got a bit about Poe Dameron, the best pilot in the Resistance. And then we go to the next page, and then there's a bit more about him. And then we're on to what this next issue is. So let's have a look at what we're building this week. Okay, so this week we are doing the R2-D2 laser cannon and cockpit frames. So you're probably going to need this, which came in the last issue, and I think we're going to need some bits of the laser cannon as well. It's also asking us for the R2-D2 leg we had, that we did in the last issue. There it is. So it starts with this of the R2-D2. Let me just spin it round. We're going to be putting in some connectors so it can be, the lights can come on. Finishing off the leg, and then we're on to the cockpit frame, and then finally we're doing some parts of the laser cannon. So looks quite a nice juicy issue, this one. So let's look at the bits we've got. Okay, so it's back. Sorry about that. We've got parts of the laser cannon. I think these are the cockpit frames. We've got some XW01 screws. That's actually weird, because Model Space and D'Agostini don't really label their screws, so maybe they've learnt, or there's been quite a lot of complaints. And then we've got like little bits of the R2-D2 leg, if I haven't already mentioned, and this issue we get a screwdriver. Now, the screwdrivers are all good, but they wear down very easily. You can go through 3 or 4 building models like this. It's not magnetic either. And when you're dealing with very small screws and get them into the little tiny places, you really want to be having a magnetic screwdriver. So I'm probably going to put that away, put it in my little box somewhere, and yeah, I'll carry on with the screwdrivers I like to use. So let's get into this. So let me just get my knife. Like I said, every week I never get into these things that easily. And this is when everything goes flying as I prise the plastic. I'm going to try and be careful. Oh, success. Right, I thought I would have had to, really prise it then. Let's see if I can bring this camera down just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So, let's have a look what the magazine is asking us to do. Like all D'Agostini's, their instructions are always at the back. So what it's asking us to do first of all is it wants the leg that we did last week. It wants this bit here. Look at that. And it wants the LED we got last week. So yeah. And then it's wanting these little bits here. Now I think I might get my tweezers. I'll use these. As you saw last week, I have complete butterfingers when it comes to these things, and it still flies everywhere. Oh, where's that gone? Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, it's down here. So it wants that, and it wants this little thing here. Okay, so let's get modelling. So let's just put that back on there and put that to one side. So the first thing it's asking you to do is get the part of the leg, and it wants us to push the LED light through the hole. Now if you can look on that one, so zoom in, it's got a little bit of a like a tab there, so it wants the LED going through that way. Okay, so we'll do that, and then what it's asking us to do is it wants the two connectors, which are these things here, and they want to be at the bottom of the legs, so I presume eventually it'll make contact. So let me just try and do them now. It might be a little bit fiddly. I just hope I don't have butterfingers today. Yeah, they are a little bit fiddly, but I think, yeah, once they're in, he says once they're in, but yeah, they're not as easy as you think. So if they don't stay in, I think I might have I'd have a glue, and then I've got models out there. I said, no, don't do that. Right, so they're now in, and it wants us to make sure it is that way around, and apparently it wants that flat. And me with my OCD, yeah, if it's not right, then I know it's there, and that's never good. Okay, so what I'll do, right, so they're nice and in. Yeah, making contact there and nice. Yeah, okay. Right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry I had to put that a bit off camera. I just had to make sure they're in. They're still blooming popping out. I'm tempted to use some glue, but I'm sure once we have the other leg on the other side, it should be okay and should secure them. Right, okay. So it's done that, and yes, as thought, it wants us to put this bit on to secure them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the contacts first, because I think that'll be the hardest part in getting this bit on. If they're not lined up proper, there is one which keeps on coming out, and it's absolutely doing my head in. Right, once you're in. Right, that's slotted together. I'm not too keen. Yeah, they're just not. Let me just take this off again and see what's going on. Right, that's into there. That's into there. Right, so and it's like there's one that just wants to not go where it should go. And it's this little one here. Yeah. Well, let's try and get this thing down. Yeah. Not too happy with that, to tell you the truth. It's not as snug fit as I thought. Hi all, sorry about that. I had to cut away for a bit because this was an absolute nightmare. Let me just try and put it in front. But as you can see, the connectors at the bottom there, they need to be showing, and then obviously they need to be straight. And I've actually had to put a bit of glue in place because they kept slipping out. And I did hear that some other people had been having issues with this as well. So that's taken me a good 20-25 minutes to do that. Bit of a disaster. There was no glue coming out on my glue, and then I looked into it and there was no glue left in it, so I had to try and get a cocktail stick and get the bits from the bottom, but it's done. I hope I never have to do that again. Right, let's get on to the next bit. I tell you not, I am having the worst night possible. Just everything seems to be going wrong. Everything that I do, my video editing software has crashed when trying to record. Oh, just don't go there. Okay, so it now wants us to do the cockpit assembly. Okay, so if I turn it around, okay, and it wants us now to use these bits here. So let's get them out. Yet again, I never can. It's just, modelling supposed to be relaxing, not when absolutely everything goes wrong. You can try. Right. A stressful one tonight, that part of the R2-D2 leg, and then this. It's, yeah, absolute nightmare. Right, so we have the bits out of there, okay, and we have these screws, which I said before, they are labelled X-Wing 01. Oh, XW01. I said that, I don't think so. Yeah, this must be 01 screws. So let's try and get into them. I mean, a lot of people complaining about D'Agostini builds where they just send you the screws and you have to work them out and hope for the best. Looks like they've done something about it. So let me get my correct screwdriver, which I think is that one there. I'll put that one back. So it's saying line it all up. Okay, so apparently, let me bring it around here so I can look at it as it is from the magazine itself. So it's actually saying take the cockpit from issue 2 together with the cockpit frames and screws supplied this time. There is one spare screw. We always get a spare screw. Okay, so it's asking us to align them, so the ones with the L mean to go to the left, and the ones with the right go to the right. So, right, left. And basically it's just saying to put them in and to screw them from underneath, it looks like. So that one's got to go there. So yeah, and the letters should be facing that way. So let's tear this over and let's get a screw. This is when a magnetic screwdriver comes in handy. And they're quite tough to go in actually. And, it broke. It blooming broke. I don't believe that. And all I did was tighten it. How bad's that broken? It can possibly be glued, but you know what? I'm having one of them nights. I really am. Just nothing is going right. Let's try and do the other bits and then I'll try and glue that at some other point. God. I'm quite upset about that actually. I'm not happy about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night because I'm just not having the best luck at all tonight. So I think we're going to continue this video tomorrow. Okay, and yeah, we'll continue tomorrow because just I get these feelings when things are just not going right, something's broken, I've had problems here, problems there. I just think it'll be best to finish it off tomorrow because something's going to break again and I don't want that to happen. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. You won't actually know the difference because this will be edited on, so you know you won't know the difference, but I'll probably say morning and let's get this build done. Okay, good night guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Hi everybody, I'm back. Right, it isn't the next day, like I said before. I've just been having an absolute run of bad luck lately, but it's now Sunday and we're going to finish this. Now, as you know, On the last one, this little bit decided to break. So I've glued it together, I've let the glue dry for well over 48 hours, and I'm hoping it'll stay sturdy. I'm hoping that this is not going to be actually in view on the X-Wing. So right, let's get these screws on and let's get issue 3 finished. Okay, so like last time, we're bobbing that in there. We're going to flip it over and we're going to try and screw it in. I seem to be having an absolute run of bad luck lately. You would not believe. My car is... thought I'd fixed it. Spent 3 hours yesterday putting drive belts on it and it not working out properly. And just everything seems to go wrong. Like now, a little tiny screwdriver just does not want to get on my screwdriver. So this does not help. Put that down. Right, you, get on there. Right, let's get this screwed in and hopefully the super glue will hold. Right, choose my other screwdriver because that one's... So yeah, you know when you just have one of them weekends where everything seems to go wrong? This one's do. This was just me at the moment. So what left on that side now, we've got a larger piece and we've got a smaller piece. Now you'd think this larger piece would go in next there, but no, it's actually the smaller piece. Okay, now looking at the picture of it, it actually wants us to put it in so it's covering this hole here. I'll put that in. We'll get a screw loaded up ready. And then, so yeah, basically my car is, if you're watching England, it needs an MOT for a start. So it's been off the road for a bit. I've been using a friend's car. And again, this next bit's alright, just covering that bit again there. So I've been using a friend's car, which was very nice of them. And yeah, it took us ages to get the belts on yesterday, which we thought would be an easy job, but no, it turned out to be a difficult one. So, and just everything else seems to be going wrong. I had problems with the editing of this, the computer crashed. You just think of that song, You've Had a Bad Day. I'm sure that song has been made for me lately. But we can be hopeful. I turned 39 on... damn. I turned 39 on Wednesday. You see, this finding this is very poorly made. I don't know why. And that bit I glued has just snapped off again. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to finish the issue and then I'll re-glue it. Because I just don't fancy breaking off again. I'll re-glue it. And we'll try again. And hopefully it'll stay in place. Just make sure that's in properly. See how it's wiggling around a bit, which makes me think the screw isn't in properly. So let's just loosen that off, turn it back up again. That's it. Yeah, that's properly. See, still having bad luck. Okay, get this one in here, turn it around. Put that one into there. These other pieces seem to have gone in fine, but the longer pieces just don't seem to want to go in. Okay, last piece. And then we can get on with the laser cannon. Just bear with me guys if I keep going off camera. It's not that I'm trying not to I'm hiding what I'm doing. It's just that it's a bit like being a contortionist sometimes, making sure you're in the right way. That's it. And tighten that up. Right. So that is the cockpit base done. Apart from that bit's fallen off, which I will glue once again. So even though it was quite sturdy, I'll glue that again in post-production. Okay, so we'll put that aside for now. And next we are assembling the laser cannon. Now, a little bit of advice on this one. I'll just show it you. Don't glue it. Apparently, do not glue this one, because in the future, apparently we are going to need to reopen it up again. I think that's in the next issue. So, the bits we need this, we need the cover, we need this bit, this bit, this bit, this bit, and this bit. Okay, and we need this bit as well from previous issues. So first of all, it wants us to get a hold of this bit here, okay, and it wants us to put in this here. Now, I've actually been told, yeah, there we are. So if you can see here, there's the two little notches there, and they just fit in the corresponding holes in the bottom, like so, and the wire comes out as a little notch there. Okay, and then it wants me to then take this bit and put it over. No gluing. Must remember that, no gluing. Okay, and then it wants us then to put this bit, see that, in the end. Okay, like so. And then it wants us to add then this bit, again, no gluing. Just push fit. In there like so. Okay, and then it wants us to get this bit, and it wants us to put this bit here and there, again slotting into position. Okay, and then on this bit it wants us to get this part here. Okay, and it wants us then to slot that over. Oh, that nicely clipped into place then. Ooh, I do like it when things slot into place. I don't like it when they go wrong though. Right, that's in place. And then it just wants this piece onto here. Like so, pushing that further down. I'm not going to do that actually, because apparently in the next issue, this bit actually comes off. Okay, so I'm actually just going to leave mine in them two places like that. One thing I didn't do in the last issue though, is I actually didn't finish off R2-D2's leg. If you remember, I had problems with it connecting, so I'm just going to do that now. So if I just go back a page or so, okay, so after we put the connectors in, it then wants us to put this little white thing in. So threading that through the LED and down, and it wants us to have that bit like that there, if you can see that. And then just finishing off the leg, it then wants this bit here going into here. Okay, and then this bit here just slotting into here. And that is issue 3 done. It's only taken 2 days. Right, now we've completed that issue, let's have a look at the next one. We have got some more of the cockpit frames coming, R2D2 parts, we have the battery box, laser emitting and flash suppressor. Okay, that sounds interesting. So that's what we've got coming in the next issue, guys, which I'm hoping to get out in the next few days. Right, so that's issue 3 done, and I am relieved. That was a nightmare. I've still got that little bit to glue back on, which I'll do in a bit. I've now got to go through all the post-production stuff and get that all done. Try not making it too long video, but I just seem to be having a lot of hard luck lately. But hopefully what follows is good luck. So we'll see you next time on Mark's Mods. Bye guys.